All right, girls. Topic.
Confidence.
Ooh, confidence. Ain't bad.
Do you know there's a hole in your t-shirt?
Well, confidence. Okay. All right, let's start it. You want to go, babe, or should I go? Or?
Confidence. You know what? I'm not saying this is true or anything, but when I was a really young kid, maybe 9 or 10, there was a movie. I think it was called Blade Runner, Blade something.
Blade Runner.
What when they go on the it was like a kayak, but it goes down like a chute.
Okay.
And they came second, and at the end was a title. It was a thing at the end, and it said, "With confidence, you have already won."
As in, like, if you've
No, that
got
doesn't
confidence.
sound right. Maybe that didn't come from that movie. Just forget that. I don't know where I got that from, but that has
Well, you
stuck
said
with
it
me.
fairly confidently, and then it just dwindled.
I know, that stuck with me from when I was a kid. With confidence, you've already won.
Yeah, right on.
Anyway.
Well, confidence. I'd say confidence stems from a knowing, and what I mean by knowing would be a very intimate knowing. When you're intimate with something, it means you spend a lot of time with it, and you inquire of it as well, and you get to understand and empathize with that thing, and go through a journey with it, and through that time very well spent, and at times fight and just wrestle with, through that journey you gain confidence towards that particular subject or person, I find. And in that your posture, everything comes across differently, because you stand almost like justified to sort of say, yes, I know, I'm well acquainted with this particular thing. But yeah, confidence is an interesting one. That's a good one, Skylar. I don't know if the mics will pick you up too much, but how about you just give us a quick little spiel of what you think confidence is all about? Yeah, let me just do this. Let me grab this little mic. Go grab it and just hold it and speak into it, and give us a quick spiel of what you reckon, your take on confidence.
Okay. Well, I think that confidence is doing something or wearing something. Like, having confidence is not really worrying so much about what people think of you, or what people may think of you. It's just having the confidence to wear something or do something. Like, if you feel like you're, I don't know, really bad at sports or something, but you need to do it and you kind of want to do it, well, it's good to have like the confidence to just go ahead and do it. And I feel like when you mess up in something, don't be like so shy. I mean, like, it sounds so rude. Don't worry so much. Like, just be confident in who you are.
Sure. Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. Sienna Lavelle, what was your take? How do you understand confidence?
Well,
Within about a minute, go through.
Okay, so for example, I think confidence is like, for example, so if someone was wearing something and people like were laughing at it, you had the confidence to just wear it instead of just like trying to dress up so nicely, and you just had the confidence to do it. And like, don't be afraid like of what people think, like how Skylar said. Yeah.
Okay, I'll ask a question
Yeah.
to you and see how, just give us a nice short answer. What makes you confident?
I don't really understand that question.
Where do you get your confidence from?
Well,
When you are confident, why are you confident?
Because I want to do it. I just like, I don't want to leave it behind or something.
You want to give it a shot?
Yeah, I want to give it a shot.
Want to give it a shot? Okay. Sure. Sometimes people might say, well, I'm shy, I don't want to give it a shot. Why are you confident? Like, where do you think that's coming from?
Yeah. Well, it just comes like, I don't really know.
You're not sure? That's okay, that's good, that's honest. All right, Skylar, what makes you confident?
I think when I go out in public, I probably feel confident in. Where do I get my confidence from? Probably from like God.
God?
Yeah, like because like I'm with the Lord and I don't really have to be shy or afraid.
Yeah, great.
Because I'm confident in that.
Yeah,
And I feel like whenever I'm really shy to do something or like what I'm wearing, whatever I'm doing, when you're in public, you can probably think, I'm never going to see these people again. That's normally what I think about. But yeah, I get my confidence from God.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Sweet. I love that. All right. I think that's great. It reminds me of Joshua 1:9, the verse that says, have I not commanded you, be strong and of good courage, for the Lord your God is with you everywhere you go.
Yeah.
And when you're strong and of good courage, you really have, it comes from a knowing and an understanding and a belief that what that word says is true, that there is God. For those that may not know God, then I would simply say, well, it's very obvious that there is a creator, because as I say so often, every wonderful design points to a wonderful designer, and everything is designed. Everything has phenomenal design or creation, hence pointing to a creator. And we live in a world where there is love. Some people say, I don't see it, therefore I don't believe it. Well, we don't see the very thing that we crave the most, which is love. We don't see it. Like, we can't go into a shop and buy a kilo of love, but we know it's a thing in the spirit, so to speak, that exists. And we know that God is love and true love and pure love and perfect love. So when we know that, we surrender unto him and we acknowledge God in all our ways, he's going to direct our path. A loving father is ultimately going to be there through your pain, through your trials, through your joys, through your victories. And we can relate to that, and we see the example of that in all its fullness when we look at Christ, who suffered, who rejoiced, who fought the battle and won. All those things we can relate to God in that sense. He's not far away and distant, and so we can look at that confidently and go, wow, this is true. This is the real deal.
Yeah.
And we can walk confidently, and we have someone we can truly relate to. What do you think about confidence?
Motherhood has given me a lot of confidence. I found that since becoming a mother, and now the girls are so much older, it's really given me so much confidence. I am more confident as a person, and a lot of it has to do with I don't care as much of what people think of me.
Sure.
I'm more willing to probably try new things as well.
How do you think that worked? Because I'd say
I'm
sure. Trying to get an understanding of it. Like, okay, you're saying it's brought about a great deal of confidence. So what was lacking, and how did motherhood bring about that sense of fulfillment towards you walking confidently or having a sense of strength, I'd say?
Yeah, being a mother gives me strength, and I think that it has given me a new confidence because I'm not so self-focused.
Yeah.
I really have so much more to think about, 2 lives and greater things to be concerned about. So the focus is less of myself
Yeah,
Like
sure.
I used to really.
It's like you've got no other option. You love them so much. It's like you see your future, you see their future,
Yeah.
and you're like, wow, I can partake and give into that.
And I can't, it's really hard to put into words. And other friends have shared similar things where being a mother has given them so much confidence as well. Maturity in motherhood as well.
Maturity in motherhood, yeah. Definitely. I often say to people about fatherhood that since being a dad, it's definitely caused me to man up. And sometimes I even hear people say, oh, I'm not ready yet, or, and in a way, yes, it's good to prepare and learn and be around other great men that have gone before us and even study and whatnot. I'm speaking on, obviously, in regards to men here. I know I had to do a whole lot of learning in order to understand fatherhood and being a husband. I had to learn from others that have gone before me and have done it well through, and I still do, literature, podcasts, whatnot. I definitely am intentional with what I listen to in order to keep on developing and growing within that gift of fatherhood and husbandry. Is that what you call it? And I think that's another thing that farmers, anyway. But yeah, being a husband, yeah, all those things. It's I find that it's definitely causes you to man up, and in that sense of manning up, you definitely find confidence, don't you, when you work that muscle, that muscle of that being in that position of being a father. Or
Yeah, and have you said before, like the more you achieve, if you are achieving more, it gives you more confidence.
Yeah, you can grow as an expert in a certain area, and then you have a sense of authority to speak from that area, from that topic, because you've definitely spent time in that area and you've honored that area as well. For example, if I look at it as in, oh well, I've spent so many of my years skateboarding and doing art, I've experienced a lot of highs and lows, achievements, losses, etc. Within all that, I've fiddled with so many different spray cans and bearings and wheels and trucks and all that. Therefore, I have a lot of knowledge and experience. Therefore, if someone asks me about that particular subject, I can confidently speak about it. I've got a place of authority to speak on it. So I think confidence comes within experience. I would definitely encourage people to understand the areas that they're not confident in, because that's what I had. I know I could say this with an authority as well, because I had to see how ignorant I was in areas growing up skateboarding and being sponsored and having everything looked after. I had my clothing, my phone, my shoes, boards, everything given to me. Tax time, when it came time for taxes, it meant that I got given a check with a couple of grand in it. I had no idea about taxes or anything. I was very ignorant towards how the real world worked, because I was just wanting to escape reality, so to speak, and just stay on the streets. And then when reality hit and I dropped my sponsors and I was getting older, I had no idea what even tax was. And that was in my mid-30s, and I had no idea what tax even meant. Like the definition of, I had no idea. And I had to, I knew how insecure, and I guess I felt so at a loss. I was like, I had to talk to my accountant and say, I do not know what tax means. I've been working this odd job as a landscaper. Can you please help me? Because I don't know what to do. They're talking about tax time now, and I don't know what that means. I had to just openly say that. And it was humiliating, which is a good thing, because you're humbled, and then therefore you open yourself up to learn. And he smiled and broke it down very simply for me and helped me out with being able to just basically sort out some of my finances. And I was like, wow, okay, I had no experience in that. And I was definitely not what's the opposite of lack of confidence? What?
Insecurity.
Insecurity, yeah. Yeah, so I would say The point I was getting to is that I really should. I encourage people to look at the areas they are ignorant in, or their weaknesses, and turn those weaknesses into strengths, because your strengths often take care of themselves because you're strong in those areas, and they're areas that you're often attracted to and you're very good at.
And it's natural to exercise them.
Yeah, but the things that aren't natural to exercise, I would say definitely harness and grab those things and don't shove them aside, but tackle them and be honest. Have an honest look at your life and say, I'm really weak in this area of parenting, being a faithful husband, being a loving wife, or I suck at these things that truly do matter. Like especially when it comes to living life. Whether it's being a good citizen, or I really suck at being honest, or I'm often lying or cheating or deceiving or making out that I'm something that I'm not. Like they're the areas of weaknesses that it's very important to tackle and go, how can I turn that into a strength? How can I turn my insecurity into something? How can I live a more honest life? How can I be more transparent with my life, with my wife, with my family, and be an honest, integrous man? So I think within that, you end up shining so much more, and you become trustworthy as well, don't you, when you're confident in those things that truly matter? Yeah. Great subject, Skylar. I love that. Do you guys want to share something else? There we go. She's asleep. She's very confident in the love that she has from
us. In her safety of being with the family. I love that.
What about you, Skylar? Do you have something that you want to share?
No, good.
You're good? You're confidently good? That's good.
When you're loved, I was going to say when you're loved, you're confident, but that's not true, because I do know people who know they're loved, but they're still they're not as confident, so scrap that.
No, but I know what you mean. Like, some people can get too familiar with it and then take it for
Well, yeah, because that's my personal experience, because I have such a unfailing, unconditional love from my parents, from my family. That's always given me confidence.
Yeah, you teach me a lot
throughout
about
my
that.
childhood.
Yeah.
So in that respect, that has given me confidence.
Yes, I must say. That was something I was able to see in you from the moment we started getting to know each other. There was a confidence about you when you stood with your friends, when you were by yourself. I remember that photo of you standing next to that, oh my God, sort of thing. And your confidence, I was like, that's a beautiful thing. I saw it as true. I was definitely attracted to your confidence, and I could see that you've got that from the love and stability of your parents and the faithfulness of your parents, which is wonderful. Yeah, we're here.
Okay, beautiful.
And I think that was great. Could I just say, I just want to give some encouragement to those of you that may feel very insecure and not confident, for far from it. That it's important not to get your confidence in your achievements, or like to have your full confidence and security and your sureness in the things of this world, because the things of this world come and go, and that's a tricky thing. Like, if I have all my confidence in my children, they're my pride and my joy, they're my everything, then God forbid something. What happens when if they were to go, or something were to happen, I could be at a complete loss. So it's wonderful to revere and hold those things dear. Of course, you nurture them, you protect them, but I would say put your confidence in the unshakable. Put your confidence on the rock. And that is that rock of salvation. That's Christ, the eternal, the one who conquered death, the one who has no beginning and no end, the Alpha and the Omega, no beginning, no end. As you place your trust and your confidence in God, you know that not even death can not even death can win. Not even death can have victory. Oh death, where is your sting? So I'd say, guys, like that. That's it. Christ is the way, the truth, and the life. Your confidence must be on things eternal. not on things of this world, for they do come and go, and that's an unfortunate thing. It's a reality of this world we live in. But when you understand that you can place your trust and your confidence in Almighty God, eternal God, within that there is relationship, there is everlasting life, there is true goodness, and you can face all things. You can conquer all things because you know that God walks with you. You know that, it's a knowing. It's hard to explain, but it's a truth. And I'd say be confident. You're made in the image and likeness of God. You are dearly loved. You are, like, and if you don't believe so, all you have to do is look at the fact that perfect, all-loving man who came in the form of man, who was God in the flesh, came and died for you, died in your place, took the sin, became sin and pain for you. Like, when you grasp that, you're like, dang, it's so undeserved. And when you understand that, man, you face the world. And Jesus did say, fear not, for I have overcome the world, he said, So within all that, there's going to be a whole lot of ups and downs and woes. You might be hated on his behalf because, the world hated him first, but hey, be confident. Be confident that you can gain confidence in humbly understanding that you are fearfully and wonderfully created in the image and likeness of God. It's so important, and it's a way to overcome this crazy world because we have someone who already overcame it for us. All right, I know it's a bit of a rant, but it's so important because people out there might be seeking that confidence. And
it's a good topic. Maybe we can elaborate on different areas of confidence.
Yeah, in the future. But in the meantime, we've got these two little guys that are just sort of there waiting.
I don't know why they just don't go in without us. They're so sweet.
All right. Love you guys. Bye-bye.